There we go.
Here we go.
Oh, it got bigger.
Can we not hear it?
I don't think there's any audio yet.
Alright.
Either that or I really do have the volume all the way down.
There's a controller right there if you want it.
Yeah. Well, that controller won't work.
I feel like there's probably sound happening. Here we go. Okay, what are they showing us here? This must be Medal of Honor.
Alright. Most Wanted. Battlefield. Oh, Battlefield 3 already came. Someone needs to tell them that these games already came out.
Oh, they're
Crisis.
establishing their...
Yeah, Dead Space 3.
Dead Space 3 is supposed to be the big one,
Bejeweled, Plants vs. Zombies, the whole PopCap lineup. Of course, SimCity. Hasn't been a SimCity. Hey, I am all about SimCity.
Yeah.
I'll play SimCity till the end of time.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Some football. Some other football.
Somebody's watching with us, so
Alright.
hello somebody. Yeah, Dead Space 3 would be a good one for me to see today. SimCity would be a good one for me to see today, but there's not a lot.
Ooh, it's a dubstep Christmas here at EA.
It is an E3 dubstep. It is Dub 3.
Woo! Who's that? Is that, what's his face? Mr. Ricello?
Welcome back to E3.
It's that guy.
Welcome to Download 2012.
He's
a
all over the
showcase
place.
of the best new games and services in development in Electronic Arts. Now you'll be seeing a lot of
Ooh, his
spectacular
mic is not
conferences
set up
this week.
correctly.
Yeah, it's like rubbing up against his cheek. His old man cheek.
More like Sundance.
I hope we're not blowing
Today,
people out with our
10 great developers will come out here and show you
I think
10
we're alright.
spectacular games. But
10.
this year, there's something more. A few years ago, the game you bought...
What do you think, the
DLCs?
Let's see if EA announces their new console.
When the game is ready.
The EA Box 2012.
Is EA the one that makes you use a specific Steam type thing?
Origin.
Origin, that's
Yes.
it.
So I'm sure they'll
So
have.
they're gonna push out Origin.
They could push out Origin, I guess.
From the EA Visceral Studios. Take a look.
Alright, let's
But
look.
it does sound like they have some actual games to show, so
Yeah.
that already makes me happy. Their grade is already up. Oh, it's Dead Space 3.
Yeah, we knew it was coming though.
Probably coming out in January, just like all the other previous ones.
Of 2014?
No, 2013. Isaac needs to put his helmet back on. It's not officially a Dead Space game until Isaac's wearing his helmet.
And
There we go.
what a good franchise of games.
But it's sunny out. Look, it's bright. It's bright as
now.
day.
But like, I feel like the Dead Space franchise hasn't really done poorly yet. Like,
No, it's
each of the games stands alone and is great.
the first game was a pleasant surprise. I
Yeah.
don't think anyone is expecting it to be as good as it was. Woo! Dead Space 3! Definitely does not look as dark.
You know us for delivering thrilling, high-quality, epic experiences. Dead Space
That's not the
3
same
will take
guy.
players on the
No.
most immersive
What's up with the
sci-fi
shirt?
adventure yet.
The bunny
The
skull?
game will feature new locations.
Is that like the visceral
depths of
logo?
space,
I couldn't even tell you.
a necromorph-infested planet, and new characters like John Carver, and new ways to play the game, like drop-in, drop-out co-op. That's
I don't
right.
remember.
Drop in, drop out co-op in a Dead Space game?
And in co-op. Now,
I don't know if I want to play co-op.
Well, we're about to see co-op live on stage.
We'll jump into the middle of Act 2.
Seems like
Isaac and Carver have to take down the horror that
seems
lives
like an
on the
obvious iteration for Dead Space is to go co-op.
Yeah. I'm probably not a co-op player though, so.
We better find a way to move it.
Alright, so it's dark again now.
Yeah. It's more familiar.
This is much more familiar in terms of what a Dead Space game should look like. Lots of swearing. You know a game is good when it involves lots of swearing. Why is everything in slow motion?
I don't feel like that is slow motion.
It was kind of slow there for a moment. See it right there.
Oh.
Look, the sparks are slow.
Is that like a Sands of Time type thing?
Maybe.
How do you do something like that when you have another person playing with you? Because
very carefully. Also, they're fighting a giant drill. Shouldn't we be fighting like an alien? Is this an alien drill?
Could be. Ugh. Huh. I don't know, I think it looks good. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell.
Good, I just think it's kind of weird to show a demo of them fighting against a drill.
Again, I'm not so sure that I need a co-op for my Dead Space, but I'm sure there's tons of people who are like, hell yeah! Bless you.
Kill that drill! What are you looking at here?
It's open and it was spinning.
Thank you. Oh, bad voice acting. I love bad voice acting. See, now we're in the sun again.
Well, it's the snow.
But look at that big sun.
Snow makes everything brighter. Okay, we don't really need to see those two guys standing over there on the stage. Just show us the screen.
To make sure you know that they're actually playing a game. Like, this is gameplay footage.
Yeah. Which is good.
It's a really big xenomorph.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game was pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Definitely looks to be in the vein of Dead Space, even though it does appear to be a little brighter than what I'm used to.
Somehow I think that's okay. Like, it doesn't... I don't know. It's not jarring to me. I feel like it is acceptable to think that there might be a snowy terrain somewhere out there.
I do think it's a little weird that this giant alien has not killed them yet.
Oh yeah, for sure he would have killed them.
You really think a big alien like that would just sit back while you pelted it with bullets?
It's the same thing with the little wall creatures in Diablo that just sit there and now you're falling into them. That was gross.
So the rest of the game takes place inside of the xenomorph?
Yes.
You liar.
I would be okay with that.
Maybe it does take place inside the xenomorph. That would be an interesting way to,
It looks like it. Look how gross. He's being digested. Ugh. Gross. You're in the rectum. Look at him.
Where is he going?
I mean, you're not playing this, that's for sure.
Just keep on going till you hit the butthole.
Ew.
And find your way out eventually.
We don't need to see the guys. We know there's guys playing. Come on.
Yeah, that's why did they cut away like that?
I don't know.
Alright, I'll tell you one thing. Those guys aren't getting out the way they got in. Thanks a lot.
Oh! They just made a poop joke.
They did. I like it.
February, alright.
Steam Play, that would be great on Steam.
As long as it has controller support.
No, I don't need controller support.
It's because you're weird.
I'm not fast enough.
Where's this football?
Yep, it's Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
He's an angry, angry man.
To be the best and stay there, sweat is necessary.
So, this is this year's required Madden pitch.
Yeah.
Hey, play this game that's come out every year for the past God knows how long, and it's always the same game. We'll pretend it's something different.
Well, there's
It's
got to
not.
be some sort of small, minute tactical thing that makes it better, right? There must be.
Well, they always toot something new. However, a lot of the people who like Madden will often
Say that it was better before.
yeah, like usually they don't use the new thing anyway. What do you do to a game like one year to the next to really differentiate it from itself?
Player changes.
Madden NFL 13 will leave its mark with two of the biggest game changers.
So we're going to talk about Madden now, which means everyone outside of the United States of America, it's nap time.
Oh.
Powered by the all-new Infinity engine. Every impact is more intense.
So they built a new engine for
Every
it.
battle
That's
is
good.
more realistic.
That could mean that it
Infinity
is
engine
actually
technology
improved.
delivers runtime physics, and the result is the most authentic gameplay we've ever created.
I'm pretty sure they come out every year with the same exact speech about authentic gameplay.
No two plays will ever look or feel the same. Second,
Wow, that was choppy.
interactions between players are more organic. If a player's arm is knocked while running, it may affect balance. If his leg is hit,
Yeah, but does
may
it
slip.
rumble?
The Infinity engine considers a player's mass, his speed, and his
Madden
momentum.
2013, this year with
Of every
Rumble
player.
Stick.
Third, a player's physical attributes matter more than ever. Smaller players won't easily drive through larger players. Little guys will have to use their speed and agility to keep larger defenders off balance and avoid a square hit.
And the whole game will take place in slow motion.
I mean, you're a football guy. How come you never got
In the
into
past,
Madden?
tackle animation
I just don't like playing football. Like, I'd rather watch football. In fact, it's kind of fun if you have a copy of Madden, which I do actually have a few copies. You can just turn the number of players to 0, like War Game style. You can just watch a game of football. And that's kind of fun. But I never really got into Madden as a actual gameplay experience. I feel like the people who are really good at it know what they're doing so well that it's impossible to break through to that next level of skill.
And creates one connected universe. It delivers three exciting things: deep gameplay progression, a dynamic storyline, and social integration that connects you to your league.
Great
like
social
never before.
integration.
When are they going to give up on that?
EA has been really big on social integration, like with Need for Speed. SSX did it with God, what is that thing called?
Tweet all your achievements?
Yeah, where and also like the wall, like everyone's got a wall and everything. I don't know. It sounds like maybe they're going to bring all that and implement it into Madden.
Great. A Twitter feed full of Madden achievements?
Hey, it's Michael Irvin. I'm surprised he didn't bring any cocaine out with him.
Oh.
So we've got this cool new mode in Madden that'll simulate a little bit of what that would be like to play through a career, establish a legacy, and eventually make it to Canton. Why don't you tell us all a little bit about what that journey was like for you?
Well,
I could just say a boot.
First think about
No.
Just tell us a little boot, how that was.
Nobody says a boo.
Canadians do sometimes.
No.
what I did, take little bites. And just bite off making the team first, and then let me bite off.
Wow. He is not an articulate man.
No, he is not. He used to be a commentator for ESPN.
Before they realized he was not an articulate
they got rid of him, and now he's back on NFL Network, which I do not get, so I don't have to listen to him blather on about God knows what. Pretty much the way I see it is that Michael Irvin never has anything intelligent to say, ever.
Huh.
First, I can create or join a league with up to 32 other people. I can be a first player.
Great.
32.
That means you can all play 3 games and then realize who's going to be the winner, and everyone else can quit.
So do you think that's sort of like,
My progress is tracked with my career
instead of playing fantasy football, you do this?
Yeah, well, that's the same problem we have with fantasy football, right? Is that when you're down, when your record is 0-3, you say, this is hard.
I'm not doing it
Let's
anymore.
give up. So you start a league with 32 people, and immediately 16 of them quit because they lose the first game.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stop and play a new position.
So it's...
Just retire. Create a new character.
Yeah.
In theory, it sounds like a great idea, but I can easily see people giving up quickly as things do not turn out favorable for them.
I really don't want to tweet my gameplay.
Even got a virtual Twitter feed.
And I actually get annoyed when other people tweet their achievements.
Guys like Skip Bayless and Rich Eisen, just like real life.
It's a virtual Twitter feed, so it's not real.
It's in-game.
Yes.
Then why do they even call it Twitter? Like, they probably had to buy the rights to that.
Yeah. But it's probably just to make it more authentic.
Boo.
You can manage your team on your PC, on your tablet.
Well, here's the connectivity again.
You can sync up to Twitter or post your accomplishments.
Boy,
to Facebook.
so far, 2 conferences, and they both want me to buy a new phone.
I think it's just showing up on Sunday and playing well. That's the glory. Monday,
Don't care. I just don't care about connectivity between devices.
Putting in the hard work, and that's a great thing to let the fans peek in on that. Yeah.
So, with physics you can feel. And
Is Madden done yet? Sharon, is Madden done yet?
No.
Madden done yet?
They're still talking.
Thanks, Michael.
Oh,
Thanks to all of you.
handshake. Might be over.
Yay, we're done with football. Now it's time for the other football. Other football?
There's more?
Yeah, there's soccer.
Oh, that's
They almost always talk about soccer because people like soccer. I don't know who those people are. They're not my friends, but there are people that like soccer. Oh, no, they're going to go to SimCity next.
Hi, I'm Lucy Bradshaw, and I have the pleasure of leading the Maxis label.
Maxis.
One of our
Wow.
franchises since
Haven't heard that name in a while.
No kidding.
But we're here, and I'm
They've
very
been
happy to say
relegated to
that
video game
85,000
purgatory for the past 10 years.
Yeah, but they've been working on this.
We're announcing that SimCity Social is coming to
Oh,
Facebook.
social. It's a Facebook game.
Is it?
Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
that's disappointing. I was hoping for, like, an actual SimCity.
Like, give me a true SimCity game for PC or for Xbox Live Arcade or something. I don't want to, like, collect. You need at least 35 more deer from your friends to create a zoo.
Yeah, you know what this means is that all of those stupid requests that I keep getting through Facebook are gonna, like, triple fold.
Yeah, you're gonna get even more now.
Ugh. Sorry, Facebook friends, but you all suck.
Facebook friends, I need at least 25 more windmills.
I am not sending you any more things. Make a real SimCity. A SimCity that is new.
They're trying to make fun of Farmville, but you can't make fun of Farmville and make Farmville at the same time.
Yeah.
It's dynamic, playful, and truly social. It's a SimCity for everyone, and you'll get to play it in just a few weeks.
We don't want games for everyone. We want games for us.
We've got something for you too.
Oh, here we go. A real SimCity.
For the PC.
There we
Yes.
go.
It's going to revolutionize simulation.
It
With
better.
a glass box
Now I'm a happy camper.
So here's a first reveal of some gameplay footage that highlights the features of this new deepest.
See, they're just
richest
fucking with us.
SimCity
Yeah.
Like,
ever.
this is what we've been working on for 10 years. It's
SimCity
SimCity for
Social.
Facebook.
Here we go. Let's see what we can do. What's with the shaking? Whoa.
That's like when you stamp things.
I know.
Whoa. This is some deep level
Yeah.
simulation.
Ooh, I need to see some menus. Ooh, look at the pipes.
Those are some fast strobes.
That better not be all they're showing me. Okay. Future
Multiplayer.
Ooh.
Like we each create a city and then we connect the cities?
And we can exchange, maybe like them. Ooh. I think it looks exciting.
This is our so this is our first multiplayer SimCity, but you have all the choices. You can either play with friends or take on an entire region of cities by yourself. And this time, the choices that you make, they don't only affect the Sims living in your
Didn't
city,
they try something
but
like
in
that?
all of the cities surrounding.
Wasn't there like a The Sims
It might
style?
have, yeah, it might have been The Sims Online, which is a massive failure.
Challenges that make your gameplay possibilities endless. Now, we've got a little invitation for you out there. We're going to give you the chance to name our very first burger joint in this new SimCity. Just text the number above, and you can do that. Now, I'll leave you with another look at this new revolutionary
They should name the
SimCity.
burger place
Thanks a lot,
Farmville.
Greg.
Go text them. I'm kind of excited about that. I like SimCity.
Burgonia.
I haven't played it in a long time because it's been stagnant.
They released a few SimCities in the
Yep.
mid-2000s. I unfortunately did not get to play any of them.
I did. And did I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
It's cool that you can make a city and your friend can make a city, and then you can,
Take over a whole.
like, those two cities can be then connected together to create all sorts of new psychotic SimCity-ness.
Yeah. But does that mean you can tornado your friend's city?
Probably.
Because that's. Because you know I'm doing that to you.
Whoa, don't do that to me.
You and I are gonna play this, and then you're gonna have a comeback. See,
I'm
dinosaur.
gonna have a T-Rex go right through your town. Sharonville is doomed. Sharonia. Sharonburg.
This is exciting. I like this. I need a good chunky game like this to get into.
So,
Something that
thanks, Lucy.
you play for like 12 hours a day,
And I know it's going to get huge play.
For like 4 years.
yeah, not 6 hours, because at the end of 6 hours the game is over.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty.
Plus, I like the micromanagement parts of it. It's
Now, at the start of the program, I mentioned that games are changing from a thing you buy to a place you go. There's
That makes no sense.
exemplifies that.
That
what we're
sentence
about to show you.
does not mean anything.
Do just that.
It's-
Peter
this is
Moore
his-
and Patrick Bach.
Yeah, Peter Moore!
here's your boy.
You know who likes Peter
And
Moore?
dubstep.
This guy. But it's just Battlefield. This game already came out. Hey guys, someone needs to tell these guys that this game already came
Yeah,
out.
but this is for
In October of
DLC.
last year, we released the biggest game
More
in
maps.
EA's history. The
Hey,
Tour
it's
de
Peter
Force,
Moore and
the
a young
Battlefield
Tom
3.
Hanks.
The
Chad Hanks.
George Hanks. His little brother, Fred Hanks.
To deliver enthralling experiences
How crazy is
supported by
that?
technology that is truly of the next generation. 1.6 trillion bullets fired and 43 million flight hours.
Seriously, they know how many bullets.
The Battlefield 3
If you can track it, you might as well.
with over 15 million players worldwide. Now, I've been blessed to be in this industry long enough to see the transition from cartridges to discs, from offline to online.
Tattoos
and
to
now,
DLC.
24/7, 365 digital live services. At EA, we are driving to be the premier digital entertainment company. Today, DICE delivers the next step towards...
I am glad that Peter Moore got out of the sports division at EA.
Yeah.
I love listening to Peter Moore talk, but I hate listening to anyone talk about sports games.
We're listening to our fans and giving them even more content.
So at least now he's
That's why
talking
today
about
we're excited to
Battlefield.
announce Battlefield 3 Premium.
Premium. Is this the membership program they've been
Yeah,
having for a while?
this is basically Call of Duty Elite, but now it's Battlefield
Premium.
Premium. They had to come up with a different word.
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
They were gonna call it Battlefield Elite, but they thought,
Too obvious.
And early access to 4 new massive themed digital expansion packs.
That sucks, because you basically have to be a fanboy of one franchise or the other, because you can't do both. That's
Yeah,
kind
this
of so
is,
stupid.
this is not really an announcement so much as it is just copying and pasting.
Moments after the massive earthquake in Tehran, an endgame featuring lethal high-speed action and the debut of motorcycles. By offering
Okay.
5 fully
Why do I need
themed
motorcycles
expansion
in my
packs,
war
giving
game?
fans a lot to look forward to.
That's great, Patrick. Thank you. Let me be very clear. That's hundreds of hours of brand new Battlefield 3 gameplay coming over the next 9 months.
Yeah,
And
we
the
don't
best part of
care.
it, Battlefield 3 Premium is available today at an amazing value of $49.99. Fans that join
Is that for like a year or?
A month?
Start playing close quarters on the PlayStation 3.
I mean, if it's a one-time payment, then okay.
Xbox 360 and
But
PC Premium members joining
I don't think we need to be paying $49.99 for more Battlefield content.
3 Premium. Thank you.
Okay.
Great.
Well,
So they talked about it. Now we're gonna get to see it.
yeah. They had to pay someone to do this, you know.
Looks like if it's 5 expansion packs plus the content, it's probably a one-time payment of $49.99. That would be $10 per downloadable content, which is about par for the course.
Yeah, but it's also paying an extra $50 for a game you already paid $60 for.
Yep. But the people who are interested in this kind of thing would probably easily drop another 50. You know, people who are into Battlefield are playing it
A lot.
20 hours a week.
And they would just as soon have a new Battlefield.
Yeah, but you don't need a new Battlefield because no one is playing the campaign. So you just take the current multiplayer and you build on it, which is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And realistically, when you're asking for a new game, all you're asking for is a new campaign. And we've said it ourselves
Yeah,
that no one's
nobody's playing
playing
it for the
these for the
campaign.
campaign. So I guess in a way, this strategy actually does work, especially if you have dedicated people who are playing this game for tens of hours a week still.
I just feel like,
It's been out 8 months.
you know, like, I don't know, if I'm still playing it, give me some kind of discount, because I am obviously married to this franchise.
Oh no.
Isn't this game already out?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Old Republic now, a game that has lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Going free to play, do you think that's the announcement?
Probably an expansion pack.
Over 1 million players logged in on day 1, making it the biggest subscription MMO launch.
DLC?
And now only 400,000 people are playing, which means you've lost 600K.
520 million hours in the game. That's insanely awesome. We're humbled by their enthusiasm, and we're committed to match that passion. Our
Alright,
goal is to
give the
provide
player some
a
in-game
living
content.
service that's always on. We're adding new content, and we're refining the game at a rapid, unprecedented pace.
Okay.
Our first game update, Rise of the Raccoons, went live just 30 days after launch.
So we already have DLC.
That's not DLC, it's a patch. It's a patch in of more MMO content, yeah.
And features like the Legacy system. So your family can leave its legacy in the Star Wars universe just like the Skywalkers.
Great,
We also
don't
deployed our
care.
first live immersion event, the Raccoon Plague. And we saw our community come together.
This guy does not
organically
appear to be
in ways
enthusiastic
we've
about what
never
he is
imagined.
selling.
All of this and more in just 6 months. But we've only just begun. We're adding more PvP war zones, more challenging group and higher level content, including a new version of hardcore nightmare difficulty mode for our veterans.
Aw.
Nightmare
New
difficulty
companion
mode.
characters fight by your side.
Really? That's your endgame content? Is now players get to play through the whole thing again, just harder?
PvP, character transfers, increased level caps for every class, and something we're really excited about, a new planet, Maquette, with storylines revolving around the shady and dangerous Hutt cartel, allowing you to continue your own personal Star Wars saga.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares about
The amount
this
of new
anymore.
content and features we're delivering this year will set a
Someone
new
must.
standard for premium MMO
The MMO community,
Is oversaturated?
they jump around so much. Like, jump to Terra,
Yeah.
next they'll jump to Guild Wars 2,
Yeah.
there'll be something after that they jump to. I'm not really sure that trying to pimp your 6-month-old MMO is...
Well, they have to. How else are they going to make their money?
It doesn't seem like something that most of us are interested in anymore. I know I'm not.
It definitely, I think I don't know, the excitement around this game died off real quick.
You know what a great big problem with MMOs these days are, and I kind of realized this playing Diablo for the past couple weeks, is that there's always going to be that one dude who finishes all the new content in 24 hours flat.
Yeah.
So, in essence, the amount of time it took them to make this presentation is about how long the top players of the game will take to complete it all and start begging for new content.
I have to agree with this comment here.
Yeah?
That this is a step towards free-to-play.
Probably. I think they have to.
That's where it's going. I mean, isn't League of Legends free-to-play?
Yeah.
And it's one of the most popular ones right now.
It's a much more viable economic plan these days than it was. Actually, it just says right there you can play for free up to level 15, so that's a very similar strategy, free-to-play strategy as World of Warcraft, which I believe allows it up to 20.
In 2010, we introduced the world to the Tier 1 operator, the most precise, aggressive, and disciplined warrior in the U.S.
What game is
arsenal. This year,
Oh, Medal of Honor.
Warfighter.
So they're bringing back Medal of Honor.
Every single mission in this game has a dotted line to an actual event or a real-world hotspot. In this live demo running on Frostbite 2, we're on our way to Somalia to launch an attack on a
I
pirate
think a
conflict.
game like this would be better suited dropping the Medal of Honor moniker. I think Medal of Honor, they kind of ruined their namesake, so by attaching that name to any product, you're sort of pigeonholing it into a certain expectation. Not necessarily a good expectation.
It's too bad. It started off... I mean, I played the first Medal of Honor a lot. It was the right time and I was the right age, and it was I enjoyed it, but...
I think also something that we touched on our podcast yesterday is EA is fragmenting their own audience.
Yeah.
Like, you have Battlefields for this. You don't need to bring Medal of Honor into the fold. Like, who is your audience? Who are you aiming for?
People who stick to one franchise, maybe?
Like, those people are probably not going to buy Medal of Honor because
No.
they already have your Battlefield product.
Yeah.
I'm so confused by what they're trying to accomplish with this.
Yeah.
It's even gotten to the point where Medal of Honor, which used to be about World War II.
Look, behind us.
Hey, stop poking him. He's trying to play.
Sorry.
Like, this doesn't even take place in World War II anymore. Now it's a modern combat game, just like Call of Duty, just like Battlefield. I mean, heck, we even have Ghost Recon now, which mind you is slightly different, a little more tactical, but this is... Seen this, been here, done that?
Yeah, it's a bit of a snooze.
Sorry, I thought maybe I'd read.
Take a look at our Twitter stream.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what other people are saying about
Medal of Honor.
the influx of all these war games again.
It's so cyclical, though. Like, I feel like...
Well, we had our World War II cycle, and now we're in our modern combat cycle. And eventually this is going to cycle out, but man...
We lost our viewer.
This stuff just never ends.
Yeah. I also feel like, and I can't remember who put the game out that was so current it was offensive. I feel like you need to wait till our boys are home before you talk about modern war.
It's like they're trying to get pretty inventive with the
dials.
Yeah, user interface. Slow motion, hey, never seen that in a game before. It's not inventive. There's nothing here that I've never seen before. This is the same old garbage.
But it's always the same old garbage. We're not seeing anything new. We We don't see new
We'll
things.
never see. Well, time to shut down the video game industry. It's over. Video games are over. Sharon,
You know what
video
it's
games
going
are
to take?
over.
It's going to take somebody big to pick up something innovative that somebody small is doing.
Man, this is so depressing. Only
And then, unfortunately, all the other people are going to take that and duplicate it.
only EA could find a way to show Battlefield 3 and Medal of Honor back to back and attempt to differentiate them, because this is silly. So silly. Sharon, we should talk like this when we just walk around
Hey!
the D-pad.
Hey!
Got a bogey on your 6, tail dogger.
Breaker, Niner, that's a go.
It's an 83, 60. Good buddy.
And we go. Go.
Is this demo? Yeah, because we can see the gameplay from this camera angle.
I don't know why they keep doing that, and everybody's doing it.
Hey, we have a camera way up in the back of balcony.
So
Why don't
we can show our
from
guy
there?
on the stage that big. We really need to be more positive. These conferences are bringing out our most cynical selves.
Maybe I should just have a cynic
Cynic stream.
cynic stream. I am not entertained. I guess the real niche stuff that I want to see just can't be shown at a conference like this, because it doesn't appeal to the lowest common denominator.
That's not nice.
Nope,
You
it's
just
not.
called me the lowest common denominator.
I just called a large portion of people who watch these conferences the lowest common denominator. The people buying the most games is the lowest common denominator. That's true. That's the truth.
You just insulted me 3 ways from Sunday.
Yep.
You, sir, stink. And that's what I think about that.
I've stopped paying attention to this demo. It's like rubble.
It's a good looking game.
I'm pretty sure this is the Black Ops 2 demo.
But it's
this the same as the Black Ops 2 demo?
No,
Running around in a city that's exploding? If he gets into a jet and flies away, I'm going to be embarrassed.
I just feel like it's so freaking redundant. I'm sure on its own, if there was nothing else in that marketplace, it'd be fine. But there's so much else going on right there.
All right. Of course, no shooter is complete.
Should always be
Great
trained to
multiplayer
question everything you
campaign.
see.
So we're introducing
Blind
global
clapping and
warfighters.
whistling.
12 different
Just
tier 1 units from 10
They're just being,
different nations.
you know what? It's all the
And
EA
you'll have a
employees
chance
sitting at the
to
front.
experience this week on the show floor at E3. So get ready, step up, and get
Coming out in
fight
2013.
on October 23rd. Thank you very much.
November 23rd. Alright. Guarantee it gets pushed back.
Warfighter Battlefield 3. That's funny. Okay, what are we looking at now?
The same game, I think.
This is the
This
campaign?
is literally. This must be the same game.
Grom?
If this is a third game that also looks like this, I'm walking away right now.
You can't leave me here to watch all this. Bless you. It's got to be the same one.
It is.
It's just it's their.
They're showing off multiplayer now, which
without playing it.
is also redundant. Let's throw some screaming rock over the top.
Well, if you're in the room, you're probably super pumped by this. explosions, loud music. You're scaring the kitty.
Is this Linkin Park? Linkin Park makes me want to play Medal of Honor.
Yeah, I might pass on that. Sorry, EA, but that's pass.
Alright, what's next?
Good afternoon.
Sports.
We have an incredible EA
English accent, it must be FIFA.
Including, as you've seen earlier, the most impressive Madden ever. But we got lots of cool stuff. Our
FIFA.
vision is to connect every game you play
FIFA.
across every platform you play it on.
FIFA.
And we're expanding the world of Madden with the launch of a new free-to-play social and mobile game. Social is always on. And here's
What is going on with game developers these days? Why does everyone think social playing is the way to go? Do they not realize that most people don't like it?
Who wants to play? Is this Maddenville? They're gonna show like, hey guys, I only need 5 more footballs. Hey guys, send me 5 more footballs so I can complete my Madden roster.
We're planning a very aggressive return to hoops this fall. And finally, a powerful connection to the real world of sports.
I don't want these types of experiences. You know what I'm really frustrated with is the fact that they're showing us old games that are trying to be taken in a new direction. I don't want that. I want new games taken in a new direction, not old games taken in a new direction.
My EA grade is going down and down and down right now.
It's all games.
It is all games, I'll give them that.
But they threw social in there, which screwed all their credibility, unfortunately.
It's time for some FIFA. Well, that was when Manchester City won, I think.
Oh, that was a crazy game, though.
Yeah, it was a good game. We watched it.
Yeah. But I don't think I need to recreate it. Do you?
Too bad, because that game is now a social app for Facebook.
They're just giving me more reasons to deactivate my Facebook account.
That 90 minutes of drama in Manchester spawned almost 100 million minutes of FIFA 12 that day. Fans across the globe engaged in the conversation about the most unpredictable end to a football
Yawn.
living memory.
Great, so let's socially connect all these people so they can play more FIFA.
We are connective tissue for the world's sport. We're not just a game, we're a global platform where people connect, compete, share, celebrate their love of football. FIFA is football's social network, connecting millions of fans to the sport,
Sharon, it's nap time.
to their friends,
I'm going to take a little nap while EA talks about soccer.
We announced EA Sports Football Club.
Oh yeah, the football club.
Social and connected as anything ever done in video games. Today,
Let's trip him and see. Can we trip him over there?
And trip him?
And see if it'll work. Look at this guy.
Look at me, I like soccer. Look at me. Soccer's really a lot of fun. Not to make fun of soccer, I really don't have a problem with soccer, but talking about soccer in Los Angeles is like, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense.
Next, returning FIFA players will receive a special bonus in our all-new football.
I don't think the rest of the world realizes that FIFA...
Yes, I love what he just said. It's Alex Navarro. He says, for once I'd like to see a publisher get up there and say, we are not connecting you to anything because fuck your social network.
It's true. I think the most important part about connecting anything to anything else socially is that you need to make sure that the people you're connecting to care about that stuff. Because if you're connecting your FIFA to the social network and I don't care about FIFA, then I'm just going to block you, and that's being antisocial. That is the opposite of what you are intending to create. You know, this does not help create social networks, it helps break them
But if
down.
Football Club is the heartbeat of FIFA,
then gameplay is our soul.
Ay, ay, ay.
Will deliver gameplay innovation,
Viva.
unpredictability out of real-world football.
I feel like
The most innovation
EA
across
so
the
far has been a
entire
bathroom break.
in any FIFA title.
Yeah, I gotta take a big ass whiz. We are
We
45 minutes into EA.
Wow.
I feel like Dead Space 3
Was it.
the
It should have been their end note.
they blew their load right at the beginning, and now they're
They're
scratching at the walls.
What do you think they'll end with?
Need for Speed. They must.
Need for Speed the Walk?
Need
Need for Speed the Snooze?
It's the Need for Speed Most Wanted, which is the title of another EA game. So they're
Yeah.
literally releasing a game with the same title. As
Really?
Yes.
But it's a different game.
Different game by different developers. This one is done by Criterion, which is
Okay, yep.
the Burnout folks, also more well known these days for Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
Oh.
So after they finished Hot Pursuit, they've had a 2-year cycle to work on Most Wanted. And
I still feel like the Hot Pursuit was a departure from the regular Need for Speed
yeah, a little
franchise.
bit. Hot Pursuit was an old PlayStation 1 game, so
Yeah.
they took that and brought it back.
Oh, I know.
much more to come later this year.
But
Most Wanted came in the middle. It was developed by Black Box, and it was probably the last really popular Need for Speed before they really got off the rails. So this will hope that they're really trying to get Criterion to reestablish the Need for Speed universe when they
after
should.
they killed it.
They should go back to reestablishing the Burnout universe.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if you did it in a way that was respectful to what Need for Speed was, that you could still awaken that franchise.
Yeah.
But the Burnout was great too, but it was a different game back then. I feel like they've become too close together.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I still enjoy Burnout more than I enjoy Need for Speed. I bought Hot Pursuit. I own it. I didn't really put a lot of time into it. I did not find it as intriguing as Burnout Paradise was.
Burnout Paradise was a great game though.
I played that game a lot.
It was also doing something different than everybody else was doing.
Mhm.
It was the innovation again.
Sharon, this whole time we've been talking about cars, they've been showing soccer.
I know.
I almost feel like turning this off at this point.
No, we're not turning it off. They might. We are going to find a conference that makes us optimistic.
Do people have anything interesting to say about soccer?
I feel like attention on Twitter has gone off the rails a little bit.
Yeah,
People are
this is that spot where no one
cares.
knows what to talk about, because clearly soccer is not important to the fine folks of the United States of America.
Soccer is soccer, period. And it's kind of like Madden. You know what you're getting already.
Yeah.
And if you're into this, that's great, and you're excited about the tiny little changes they've made. But if you're not into this already, you're not being pulled in.
Yeah. Yay, soccer! Woo! Go soccer! This is more soccer? No.
No, this is like UFC.
Basketball. Oh, UFC?
Yeah.
Oh man, they're still making UFC games. You're right.
Did you doubt me?
No.
I know my UFC.
No, I just UFC.
I also feel like that is a fad that should be over by now. I was really into it at the beginning of the UFC life cycle.
So, do you know when the licensing to UFC transferred to EA? 'Cause,
No.
I know at one point THQ had UFC.
You're right.
And this guy, I'm pretty sure this guy right here,
He took it with him?
got into a huge fight with the guys at EA. Yeah, Dana, what's his face? Dana something. Got into a huge fight with EA over the rights, and now they're on stage together. That was because EA had released that MMA game that failed. So they must have thrown a big ass check at this guy to get UFC away from THQ.
For some context, as Dana knows, I am a huge fight fan. I've been
That is
watching the
a,
UFC since the early 90s, and I can't say enough
That's a real
about
kick
what
for
you guys
THQ,
have
because
done.
what else have they got going on?
They have the WWE, that's about it. They've had the WWE for ages.
Yeah, but this is like a nail in the coffin.
Yeah. That first UFC game that THQ released was a bestseller that year.
So, for those of you that don't know, the UFC is not only the fastest growing sport in this country,
Not
but in the world.
anymore. Can't be.
And our fans are so passionate, it's insane. And now, you know, they consume everything UFC. They want to consume. Now
They wear lots of tap-out shirts.
I wonder if he left THQ because that other guy left THQ.
175 countries,
I don't know.
22 different languages, and over 500 million homes worldwide that we're in. Now all these people will now finally be able to get the UFC video game.
What are you talking about? There's already been a UFC video game.
More importantly, for you the fans.
I don't like when he says, now you can get a UFC video. What happened to those other ones he released? He's got selective amnesia. He's under contract. You probably can't talk about him anymore.
Yeah, they don't exist.
Huge day for the UFC, but most importantly, it is a spectacular day for fight fans.
Absolutely.
So our partnership benefits you because we are awesome. Not like it benefits us because we're going to make a shit ton of money. You know, you the fans are really winning from us being in cahoots.
Sure. Okay.
We are unrestricted by rules.
Is this UFC? No, wait.
No, this is
their
Need for Speed, probably.
Yeah.
Most of all, it's about beating your friend.
Yeah. Yep. So Criterion's putting this one out.
Yeah.
Criterion's very well respected developer. They've been doing car-based games now for ages. To this day, I still think no one does pure emulation of speed better than Criterion. Like, their games just feel faster.
I don't want... Oh, God, I don't want this type of...
You don't want a dubstep remix of Firestarter by Prodigy?
No. This is the E3 2012, year of the dubstep.
I'm the Firestarter, Twisted Firestarter.
Hello everyone.
Yeah.
In 2010, Criterion launched our first Need for Speed game, Hot Pursuit, and put the series back on the map.
No.
For where to go next, we looked at the entire history of Need for Speed and focused in on one we love.
Most
And what
wanted.
we loved about it was the premise, become the most wanted. So in 2012, our take on Most Wanted is an open world driving game where players race, chase and explore, competing to become most wanted amongst their friends.
Open world, so that's kind of like Burnout Paradise.
This is what I mean. I feel like it's...
more deeply into a game than ever before.
The two games are getting closer and closer together.
Well, Burnout's dead. Like they can't make Burnout games while they're making Most Wanted games. So Burnout, for all intents and purposes, is dead. The only way to make Need for Speed more interesting is to turn it into Burnout.
Everything you do,
which is not a problem. I prefer it.
Which drive you up the most.
I would prefer them to be two separate things.
Too bad.
Here to show a short slice of action is creative director Craig Sullivan.
Alright, Craig, what have you got? That's not Craig, that's a video. That's us looking over the balcony at the video.
So you can get out of your car in this game and run, right? No?
No. Ooh, it sounds good. Hear that engine?
Well, we got takedowns. I like takedowns.
It's very blur-like, isn't it?
Actually, I'm thinking how much it looks like Burnout Paradise.
Well, not looks, but...
Like, even just the crashes, when someone crashes, it goes slow-mo and they get knocked off to the side. I dig that.
Exactly, your friend Joe says. We took Need for Speed Need for Speed Most Wanted, we turned it into Burnout Paradise.
That's fine, I'm okay with that.
I think I'm going to retweet your friend.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, this is extremely burnout-ish, which is fine. That's what you want from Criterion. Like, you don't buy a Criterion game unless this is what you get.
Open world, huh?
Yep.
Open world. Open world. It's so counter to racing games. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah. There's something about the Need for Speed franchise that I feel like it's been on its last legs for like a decade, but for some reason it just keeps on surviving. Almost like they don't know what to do with it, so they just keep trying new shit and slapping the name on it and be like, maybe this will bring it back to prominence. It's funny, because even though it's almost the same game as Burnout Paradise, I'd still almost rather they put the Burnout name on it instead.
Oh, you gotta get over the name. Need for Speed was a good franchise in its day. Like it.
That day's over.
But now it's coming back.
Burnout Paradise 2, everybody!
Also known as... I really need to get back and remember what it was about each racing franchise that I really liked, between Forza and PGR and Gran Turismo, and like, because there was at one point in time each franchise offered something different, whether it was specific cars or simulation over arcade-ish, and you know, I feel like I've lost touch with what each of them offers. It's different.
The thing about Burnout was that it was always very arcadey.
Absolutely.
And Criterion is working with Need for Speed, which kind of works with a combination of arcade and simulation. So I do feel like they almost feel like now that they're working on a Need for Speed game, they should be making it less arcadey. And I would much rather it not be arcadey. More arcadey, less simulation-y.
For those of the show, we're going to have hands-on just like that with both single-player and multiplayer demos.
I'll be interested to see what people who actually line up to try it out feel about this game. I'm sure it'll get rave reviews regardless.
October 30th, I'll probably buy it.
On Origin?
Yeah, I'll buy it on Origin. I'll buy it for 360.
Hi everyone.
I'm going to talk about Crysis next, which is their third war game, I guess you could say. Although Crysis is a little different, I still usually lump it in. We're into this.
Wow.
We're pushing the limits of shooter gameplay to provide you adaptive warfare, amazing visuals, and sandbox connection.
So, yeah. Crysis. People still playing Crysis?
I don't know.
You know, you can see how many people are viewing up here, right?
I just wanted to see it because it screws up, so sometimes I wanted to see it first.
What we call an urban rainforest.
An urban rainforest, huh? Pretty sure those are conflicting terms.
Let's have a look at the demo.
I never really got into Crysis, did you?
No, I never got into it. There are a lot of people who are really into Crysis. That's cool. It's a little more sci-fi than, say, the straight-up war simulators like Battlefield and Medal of Honor.
Right.
That said, I feel like Crysis has a really hard time with identity. Like, I'm not really sure what to lump Crysis in with. It kind of wants to be Halo, but it's definitely not sci-fi enough. You can definitely see the real-world influence of Crysis, whereas Halo is just straight up. Everyone knows Halo. What console do you think they're playing this on?
PS3?
I'd be curious to see the person on stage what controller he's holding. Frame rate's pretty good, which means it's probably not a 360.
I called PS3. Either that or he's got some sort of wireless PC controller.
If it's a PC build, which it probably is.
Yeah.
What just happened there? Not really sure I know.
Cell power output is 65% and falling. Mission accomplished. EA needs Delta now.
I've got something else in mind. I think you're gonna like it. Secure and kill teams moving to your location. I think we're checking it out. Do it fast.
So it sounds like the THQ release about giving up UFC, they can still sell existing games until March of 2013 for some sort of cash settlement.
I would love to see the story about how that license got transferred, especially given the war that happened between Dana White and EA back in 2009 or 2008 when that first game was released. Like, Dana White made very public statements about how EA passed him by and how he was super angry about it.
Yeah.
And that he would never go to EA. And where is he now? He's at EA.
Never say never, people.
Makes him a hypocrite.
Yeah, actually that's true.
I like the swimming animation.
So I'm seeing a lot of retweets of people saying that there are many bows this year.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. There seems to be a joke right now about this being the year of the bow. Because, you know, Lara Croft had the bow. Crisis Guy has a bow.
Someone else must have.
Man, there's a few of them. Everyone seems to be using the bow or the crossbow as their weapon of choice. I'd be interested to see at I guess it would be Ubisoft's conference if
we make it there?
the Far Cry guy.
Oh yeah.
You know, bows are in right now.
Well, what's up with that?
Thanks, CJ.
Game this is another February release.
They all caught on. I'm telling you, Irrational and the BioShock people got it right by doing it in February, because they did that with their BioShock 2 release.
The thing is, there's gonna be like 7 AAA titles in February, which essentially is the same exact problem as December or November. You've got too many great titles coming out in a short period of time. People are still not going to buy your game.
Because there's too many at the same time. Push it back to like
put it in April,
May or April.
April and May, the doldrums of video games. People will buy your shit
just because there's nothing else.
It's the only thing to buy.
They should just assign every developer a month.
I think we might be coming to the end here.
Really?
It's time to talk about Origin for a while.
And the connectivity of Origin to your phone?
Now this appears to be the end here.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a rave stick.
Yep, they're recapping.
This is the recap. I am going to give EA. I'm gonna give them a B.
Yeah.
I'm still a little put off by backing Battlefield 3 and Medal of Honor back to back.
Yeah.
It seems like a bad call in terms of just showing stuff. SimCity is cool. Need for Speed's cool. Crysis looks good.
Dead Space looks great.
Dead Space looks great. Don't care about any of this sports stuff. Don't care about connectivity at all.
I give them a solid B.
Yeah.
Solid B.
I give them a B too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It was about games.
It was about games, so that's important.